I've always loved motorsport, and now I'm fortunate to work in the business of motorsport. I think my first experience of going to a racing event was when my dad took me to Knockhill in Scotland to watch a rallycross event when I was about 6 years old. I remember my first Formula One event I attended was the 1981 British Grand Prix, where John Watson won for McLaren. And then I came here to Donington Park, my local circuit, to watch Formula 2, Formula 3 touring cars all the way through my childhood. And when I was 17, and the minute I could drive, I wanted to race. The problem was when I was 17, I didn't really have the budget. So I actually worked with some fellow students that wanted to race and created a low-cost series for Fiat Unos, running with the British Racing and Sports Car Club, and that became the first saloon car racing championship where you could build a car for under £3,000 and race it for a similar budget. And I love that club racing, not just top-level world championship racing, but in club racing, such low-cost series still exist with organisations like the 750 Motor Club, who are also based here at Donington, creating low-cost racing and helping engineers, drivers get onto the ladder. And I'm as passionate about that club racing as I am about international motorsport. And then after a few years of working in marketing, I had the opportunity of actually realising my ambition of doing a marketing job in the automotive industry. I joined Goodyear around the year 2000 and worked in their UK public relations department, worked as a brand manager there, and then eventually became the European Public Relations Director for Goodyear in their Brussels office, which gave me great experience of how large corporate organisations work at both a national level and an international level. And that's something that I hope to bring to the business of motorsport courses, because that business process experience of how to work both globally and locally to satisfy the needs of customers and the market are important learnings for the students on the course. And then for the last few years I've run an organisation called Pitbox 91. We're a public relations and marketing and management consultancy focusing on the motorsport industry, and we're fortunate to work with clients like Goodyear, Dunlop, Kawasaki, Revolution Race Cars, and now working with the National Motorsport Academy as well, and actually bringing a lot of that experience to helping companies in the motorsport business promote and tell their story and tell it well. What I'm proud to bring to the business of motorsport courses is over 30 years of business management experience, but also a lot of experience in working at all levels of motorsport, from club level to running Formula One support races and working with big brands in championships such as the FIA World Endurance Championship. One of the things that I've learned over my career is change management is key. Every organisation is always changing. Sometimes they don't realise they're changing, but think about the smartphone. When Apple introduced the iPhone, it didn't only change the telecoms, the phone industry, it changed the camera industry, it changed the personal computer industry, because you had a device that could do everything. And suddenly companies that were in those markets that probably hadn't considered the phone or a phone industry company as being a rival had to quickly adapt. So change management's often about looking at those risks, those opportunities, being flexible, being nimble to adapt. And what we do on the Business of Motorsport course in my change management module is look at how you do that risk assessment, that mitigation, how you plan for the future, how you look at the environment around you, what are the global megatrends, the things that you really need to be aware of in running a company in order to be prepared for change. The other area where there's a bit of an analogy between running a big company and motorsport is change only can happen in a company if every department is working at the same speed to the same goal. And the comparison I make to motorsport is when you look at the pit lane here and a car makes a pit stop, there's no point the person on the wheel gun on the left-hand side of the car working a second faster than everyone else, because the pit stop will only be as fast as the slowest person. So it's important as a team to make that teamwork happen to get everyone working at the same speed to the same goal. And it's exactly the same in a corporate organisation. You could have a goal as to where you want to take an organisation over the next 5 years or 10 years, but if your supply chain department's working at a different pace to your manufacturing department, or your marketing department's working at a different pace to your sales department, you're not going to get to that goal at the same time and actually make that consistent progress to the goal. So one of the things that we look at on the change management module is how you can actually engage employees, engage the workforce in order to progress to that goal at the same time and keep people engaged and focused on the vision ahead of them.